Do you want to play a new deck from the latest set in Magic the Gathering, Outlaws of Thunder Junction, but you don't have enough rares or mythics to complete any of the builds that any content creator is posting? Well, no worries, HCG's got you covered, and this video is specifically for you. I will be showcasing my latest free-to-play masterpiece. Now, what does this mean? A deck that consists solely of commons and uncommons. There are no mythics, there are no rares included within this build, while remaining incredibly competitive so we can complete our daily quests and objectives. We'll be breaking down as one of our objectives today, this deck list in depth, right? It's one thing to have the deck list, but you will also need to know how to pilot it effectively and efficiently. We'll be going through the strategies and synergies to reveal such, as well as demonstrating within our gameplay footage, all right? Finally, we'll wrap up with our concluding thoughts, deck review, upgrade guide, and channel news. So if you want to help out, just leave a like, drop a comment, let me know what you think of the deck, and of course, subscribe to the channel for future videos. If you want to drop by, hang out, and chat, the community Discord is always open. Thank you all so much. Let's take a look at the deck.
It's a new lap record!
Here we are with a new free-to-play deck for you. It is a Mardu Aristocrats Outlaw deck, which is a bit of a mouthful. It's a 3-color mid-range build that focuses on red, black, and white, utilizing the creature type Outlaw, which is Assassin, Mercenary, Pirate, Rogue, and Warlock. Our core cards of the deck will be Vial Smasher, Gleeful Grenadier for 2 mana as a 3-power, 2-toughness legendary creature, Goblin Mercenary. Whenever another Outlaw enters the battlefield under your control, deal 1 damage to target opponent. Target opponent will be committing a crime, which is fantastic. More on that later. We will also utilize as a core card Baron Bertram Graywater, 4 mana as a 3-powered, 4-toughness legendary creature, Vampire Noble. Wah, wah. That is as it is not an Outlaw. However, whenever one or more tokens enter the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 black Vampire Rogue creature token with lifelink. This ability triggers only once each turn. Keep in mind, there are 2 turns, yours as well as your opponent's, for you to take advantage of. Now, many cards will be once each turn, and we will try to be doing those triggers on our turn, as well as our opponents, to get the most out of it, okay? Furthermore, we can pay 2 at instant speed to sacrifice another creature or artifact, drawing a card. This is very, very good. It is a repeatable ability that you do not have to tap for. Oh my gosh, does that ever excite me? Okay, so those will be the 2 main cards, right? Keep in mind, even though Graywater is not an Outlaw, the Vampire Rogue tokens that it creates whenever a token enters the battlefield, all of our other mercenary tokens will, have that trigger, which is great for us. So very, very cool. Moving on from that, a sub-tier of key cards in the deck will be the Rakish Crew, a 3-mana enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, create a mercenary. Now, all of these mercenaries will be the same. They're 1/1s that can tap to give another target creature we control +1 until the end of turn at sorcery. Okay, so that's nice. And whenever an Outlaw you control dies, each opponent will lose 1 life and you gain 1 life. This is very, very good. Bastion or Meat Hook type ability is great. It's non-legendary. You can stack it. Again, not super important, but very nice within our overall synergy, okay? And in that same breath, at knife point for 3 as an enchantment. As long as it's your turn, outlaws you control will have first strike. And whenever you commit a crime, create a mercenary, triggering only once each turn. So this will be very powerful for us to generate multiple mercenary tokens that can then, you know, be around and when they die, deal damage and gain us a little bit of life. So while they're around and, you know, hanging out, they can chump block for us primarily. They can attack and deal damage, which is great. And we can utilize them ourselves. My favorite will be the Morbid Opportunist, which is a free-to-play bomb and actually a mythic reprint in the current set. But you get it here today for a common card. Uncommon, which is great. 3 mana, 1/3. It's a rogue as well, so fulfilling that mercenary role, or outlaw role. And whenever one or more other creatures die, draw a card, triggering once each turn. Okay, so this is very nice. Not only an outlaw, but a draw engine for us via death triggers, which we, you know, are focused on ourselves with the crew, with the Graywater, you know, easy peasy. So, aside from that, we'll move forward to the Ruthless Lawbringer. Very nice, 3 mana, an assassin, 3/2. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target non-land permanent. Easy peasy. So not only is it, again, an outlaw, but it is hard removal. Target permanent is non-land permanent, of course, is fantastic. That's going to dunk on anything. A few other outlaws in the deck. Not really as important, but worth mentioning. Settle down, girl. The Outlaw Medic, 2 mana, 1/3 with lifelink. It's a rogue. Whenever it dies, draw a card. Pretty decent, right? To help us get through the deck, right? Draw's always good. We will also be utilizing the Servant of the Stinger for 2 mana, a 1/3 warlock. Again, this is an outlaw with Death Touch, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, if you've committed a crime this turn, you may sacrifice it, and if you do, search your library for a card, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. This is absolutely phenomenal in the deck, as it can help us find, you know, one of our more important pieces that we can then begin compounding with turn after turn, right? Getting value from it multiple times. Okay. Aside from that, our last outlaw will be the Nezumi Linkbreaker. 1 mana, 1/1 warlock. When it dies, create a mercenary, which is really cool. It's 2 mercenary for 1 mana. Of course, it's just a 1/1, which is fine. And then my favorite will be Pull, sorcery speed for 6, putting 2 target cards from a single graveyard into the battlefield under your control. They gain haste and sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. It's going to be very, very good with the deck, primarily the Opportunist, but also the Lawbringer, right? And then this can trigger the rest of the team, which is nice. You know, the removal, the draw, getting them multiple times from the grave is going to be very, very good value, specifically as it's triggering the rest of our deck throughout all that synergy, right? Get out of here, kitty. Other than that, you know, just some more removal. You can also utilize push early on in game. Remember that it's sorcery speed to destroy tapped creature, which isn't bad, right? So, you know, that's going to be there. But we primarily want pull, but again, you know, you might need push. Don't hold out and wait for pull and lose the match when you could have, you know, stabilized with a push. Duh. But aside from that, you know, it's 4 copies of cut down, 1 mana, instant speed, destroying target creature with total power and toughness 5 or less. 2 copies of End the Festivities, sorcery speed, dealing 1 damage to each opponent and creature, as well as Planeswalker that they control. So this is just a phenomenal card to kind of make sure that any of the aggro decks that go wide or token decks are kept in check, right? And then finally, Rite of Oblivion. This is nice because of the flashback, being able to recast it from the graveyard. Sorcery speed for 2. We do have to sacrifice, you know, a non-land permanent as an additional cost, but that's fine because, you know, we're kind of looking to do that anyway with the crew to deal damage, as well as the Opportunist to draw additional cards, which is no worries. And, you know, we're easily making tokens that, you know, we don't really mind sacrificing at the end of the day either. And to destroy a non-land permanent is going to be really good for us there. So hard removal within the Oblivion as well as the Lawbringer, which is fine. We can recast Oblivion from the grave through the flashback. We can recast the Lawbringer from the grave via the pull, which is great. Of course, wiping the field with end festivities as we need, and other single target through cut down as well as push, just on creatures, of course. All right. Quasi removal through the death touch that the Stinger presents, which is decent just to have because the death trigger is not bad for us. Furthermore, we can tutor from our library, which is great. Keep in mind you can potentially pull that from the grave to tutor again, maybe, if you know that you're committing a crime and dealing that damage, which is pretty decent. But typically you are focused on the removal and the draw with that pull. Chip damage through the crew, which is nice. Creating those tokens every turn, your turn, their turn, with a crime. Sorcery speed crime your turn, instant speed crime their turn. Okay, keep that in mind. And then, you know, just more tokens with the Graywater, which is great. And then all of these tokens that we're making through the knife point and the Graywater trigger the Grenadier, which is fine. And so when they enter, they're dealing damage, and when they leave, they're dealing damage, right? Which is really nice. We can commit crime easily with the new land, which is not only great for the deck's synergy, but also, you know, just the consistency within its mana base. Cool beans, keeping it nice and simple here. And honestly, we're killing it. It might take you a little bit if you're a new player to, you know, get used to the deck and the way that it works. Watch today's gameplay. It should really help reveal that to you. And once you've got it figured out, you're winning a lot of games. This is one of the most competitive free-to-play decks that we've showcased in a while. And it uses a ton of new cards and new mechanics, which I'm super stoked about. So again, you know, if you're a little bit tempted at spending your rares and your mythics just to experience the new set because it is exciting, I get it, you know, I'm here too, check this out, you know, and then you can save those cards, right, for future tournament winning decks that you can then abuse and ruin the game for everyone with. Okay. So after today's gameplay footage, which is great, we will have an upgrade guide for you. So don't go anywhere, because, you know, when you open your packs, you're going to get some mythics and some rares, and you might, again, already have some of those in your collection that you could easily put into the deck. But I don't want you buying them. Only use them if you already have them. Okay. Cheers. Let's like, comment, and subscribe. If we haven't done so, join the community Discord and enjoy today's gameplay. Going first, nice land, cool hand. Playing slow. That's going to open up an Opportunist on potentially 3, depending on how this next turn goes. It can be slow as well. There's no need to get the breaker in so early. We might even crew up before the Opportunist. No, we should crew up after. Because the token. Well, they take festivities, they have to. Hello, Miss Maya. Meow. Land out. They left me festivities? Is that the craziest thing you've ever seen? I'll play the Opportunist. I'll find my 4th land untapped, play it, festivities, double draw. Yeah. 3 lands. Gixie Doodle went to town, riding on a cavern bat. It's the wrong card. Let's take out that bat. Draw Adelphia. It's a land. Nice. It's in play, 1 damage to 16. And we will play our medic. No attack, pass turn. Fourth land. I will block. Take the draw. It's actually a double draw, in fact. Thank you. Thank you very much. And, well, we should kill that. It's a draw engine. We'll see if we get it. There could be counter magic here. They're untapped. I wouldn't put it past them. Gross, dude. Countering our push. We get to draw. That's a nice draw. Land out for the damage. Breakers out for the block. No attack. Can we tap, draw off the top our 6th land, untapped, preferably. That would be super duper ideal with all these 3 drops. 5 in hand, Gix to draw. Having dealt with the Resurrected, I'm pleased. That's interesting. They're tapping out for this. I don't know if that's worth it. They really want that draw. So I guess we'll just block that. Take 7. Mercenary up. Draw is in hand. It's tapped. We still get 1 more draw, right? I mean, it's probably just good to be there. Damage is out. I can't allow that to sit there, can I? Like, we really should take it. We know they're going to have removal. Or we just go in straight defensive mode. Because we don't... Well, they're down to 12, actually. And then this is just, you know, good to have. Because if they're down to 10, and we can just stack mercenaries every turn, which we can, it shouldn't be much of a problem. The Stranger. This is a good free-to-play card, too. Whenever you commit a crime, put a counter on it, and then it can exile a card from a graveyard, which is good, and become a copy of it, which is great. I don't know if they want to attack. Okay. I get the draw. I get the damage. I get the life gain. They only deal 2. They themselves will draw as well. But also, that's potentially another damage to them. So this is going to seal the deal here. Grenadier out. Knife point out. Crime is commit. Token is made. Damage is dealt. And we are defending at 12. We could attack, but that would be kind of weird. I'd rather defend. And we have removal if they were to play like a shield or something silly, right? We just take it. Mythic, rare, rare. Some nice lands here as well. Some commons mixed into the fray. Good value commons for sure. The Strangler is top notch. There she is. Hi, cutie pie. We missed you. How was your day? What's up, Shelly? Another mythic in play. You know. Oh, now a mastermind. Interesting. No crime commit. Not yet. Land out, land out, land out, land out. Okay, okay, okay. They're really going for it here. They're going to look and see what they can get, and it's not bad. It's not a lot, but they're probably better off to take the bad, I think. Right? About 1,000 times over, but you do you. Not sure it matters much. That's in the air with life gain. That's why I say. When it attacks, exile card from graveyard, investigate. If you sacrifice a clue, which they can't, they don't have the mana, it becomes a copy of it. No problem. And here's the crime commit, which is the exile of our card from the grave. Now that's going to become a copy of the medic. Never mind. And then this is dealing 2 damage, so we can literally put them both in front. Which to me is funny. And it's a crime. Oh, I forgot. I didn't see that. Oh, I would have put more in front. And they get the draw, which is my bad. So they're actually gaining life here. Oh, he's sneaky. I didn't notice it. I did not notice. This is a Vampire Rogue for 4. We have 3. I think I like it. All right. So this is going to trigger a roundabout. 1, 2, 3. And then this will be 4. And we can destroy our own permanent here as well. Which is fun for me. Because it's another one of our mercenaries, right? What are you destroying your own stuff for? I'll do what I please. Going first. 4 land. Pretty decent. Let's start with white and red. Coming in now with our Gleeful Grenadier. Tossing one in. Okay, okay, okay. I already hate this deck. We've got nothing going on, right? Let's get this enchantment in play. We can swing. First strike block. And then we're going to submit the Barons for a crime. That, I believe, is going to make a 1/1. And then we can sack that with either the Lawbringer or Rite of Oblivion. Well, there's no rush to get rid of it. Truly. So I say let's just slow roll Adelphia. Hit for 3 to 13. No, there's a block here. Staying at 16. Alright, this is gonna get ugly. They have joins up. They're looking for a Traxa. So far, so good. Oh, wow. Just piling cards into their graveyard here. Okay, so far, so good. That's crazy. They've got the recursion spells. More mill, and then the recursion. This is gross. Let's smash. We only have one white source. Let's mitigate their mill. Having an outlaw die is good as well, forcing more damage through the enchantment. To 8. So, you know, if they do get an Atraxa, we have removal, right? I don't see any counter magic. Land out. 3 in hand. It's kind of crazy. They've not milled it. We have lethal as well, so maybe a field wipe. Here comes the prankster to block. Looking at their grave, there's not really anything. Okay, Rakdos joins up, and then that grabs another creature, which mills them for their next spell, and milling the field wipe. A non-creature, non-land, so they might grab that wipe back. But we have the enchantment, so the death of our creatures will actually result in a W. Only one white source here. Let's take that draw. This is a crime. Triggering at knife point. Re-triggering the Grenader. At which point... I should have done this first on this, my bad. We're just going to slam in. That's my bad. But I don't think it matters too much. I should have taken one of their blockers out. Oops, my bad. Alright, here's a damage for us. Here is an additional damage for us to 2. And, well, I need to save this in case I get something good. So let's just play the medic. It's another outlaw. If they do field wipe, it should result in lethal. Land out. Here's the explosion. Discarding. Big damage. Okay. Woof. The Rakish crew stacking up that damage. Is that like a meat hook effect? Certainly is, Hugh. It certainly is. That's a banned card, by the way. Going first, keeping 7. Nice land. It's a little slow, but so's our entire hand. I wonder if we... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Even if it's got haste, it hits us for 1. Who cares? Yeah, because it's not like we've got a follow-up we're going to miss out on. So I'm sure this is fine. Hello. And a good game. Welcome to the Thunderdome. I'm not sure the Thunderdome would welcome you that way. That sounds pretty chill. It's a spa. Name of the new spa downtown? Thunderdome. And you walk in, it's just like rainforest lightning and stuff. Super calming. You should check it out. Check it out, dude. Absolutely. Gruel. You done? Double Opportunist. This is going to get dirty, dude. I don't want to destroy my own Opportunist, though. That's bad. Don't even play a creature. Just pass back over. It's a good idea. Okay. Be a shame if you tapped yourself. They could make a treasure, play 4 with the treasures to 5. It's tapped at least. So still maybe playing to 4. Don't fight me. Sentinel in play. Ooh, that's a little harder to hit. For sure. And they're not tapping. It's so annoying to me. What do you do, though? Take the Sentinel. You just take it. Easy peasy. Goodbye. And we will draw. It's a land, not great, but brings us closer to pull. Wormlet's fine. Tracker is pretty decent as well. A lot of meat in the seats. I need some tokens, dude. Yes, tap out. I like that. Going in for more. I will bring a Lawbringer. Seems silly, I know. But we get to draw. And we're going to bring it back later with pull. So, I mean, that's fine. We need a red land is what we need. Right? No attack. We can defend. 3 in hand. With a clue draw. As well as a map explore. Three in hand. Another tracker. Death touch now on the wormlets. Gaining life for each artifact. Pretty good. Sustaining them. And then some. Okay, we'll take our draw. Oh. Oh. Nubluk down to 17. They only have 1 card in hand, right? So that's going to be our saving grace. Double draw, though. Double draw. Oh. I need a red land so bad. Right? Desperately so. We will self-sacrifice this token, taking a draw. Do we take the wormlet at this point instead of the tracker? That's a tough one. There's nothing to be upset with. It's a free-to-play deck. They're most likely just petting their cat. Are they HGG? Absolutely. I will save this. Did we exile them? We don't. We just sacrifice them. Should we do it next turn, I guess? Yes. And I think taking the Wormlet is the play at this point. 1 damage, which is great, plus the draw. And flashback, right? The right is replayable from the grave. Pretty decent. Oh, okay. We can even play the Linkbreaker. It's kind of a unique name. No attack past turn. They do have the clues to draw. Loving that life gain. Oh, that's a big boy. Oh, that's a big boy. We're going to take the draw. We're going to take the life gain. We do also take a fair amount of damage. 5 from the Hydra to 13. Up to 14 here. I will... Well, it doesn't really matter too much. Still do it, though. Push you here. And then it's going to be a Philadelphia on my own graveyard. Double draw with the Opportunist, or double, just straight up double Lawbringer. Yeah. What? They can sack themselves. I like the haste, though. The fact that they can sacrifice themselves is busto. That's a lot of treasures. I'm not a fan. Oh, why didn't I kill this one first? I just gave them so much life. I don't even care! I'm gonna win this game because my free-to-play deck's the best. That was the biggest misplay I've ever seen. You gotta sack a lot of those, though. That's my plan. That was my plan, chat. This whole time was to mess them up with the Tycoon. I've foreseen that. That's not... commentating this live. Oh my gosh. This was all part of the plan. They do get rid of them because of the damage, though, right? So... Easy peasy. They take some damage though. They want that treasure. They say, no, that one stays. I'll take mine too. You're a bristle bud farmer, bro. Is that a mythic card? That's illegal. This is a free-to-play environment. What I would give for a red source. I'll take the damage. Yeah, down to 12. Oh, big tough guy. Red source off the top. Why don't I have a red land yet? Untapped. Give me a mountain. That's irrelevant to me. I mean, they know we have Rite of Oblivion right there. Right there. Oh, stop it. 1 card in hand. These are foods. Foodie woodies. Can gain some life. We have 6 mana. I would love the 7th. And you know what we could do back to back? Relawbring. The relawbringing. What a combo that is. Pull with these Lawbringers. It's ridiculous. Doogie. Why have 1 removal when you can have 2? If we find our red source, it is tapped. It happens. It happens. Yeah, I'll take my damage, homie. Please and thank you. And 6 mana, huh? Nothing's tapped. I think we just pull Philadelphia again. Because that's fun for me. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah. Well, they don't have to be tapped this way, right? And we could sacrifice other things if we wanted, but because they self-sacrifice, I'm just gonna sacrifice themselves. They still trigger. It's still on the stack already, yeah? Remember that time I gave them all that life? On purpose? No, definitely not. I kid. I'm just having fun, right? Nice draw. Another red land, which we really do need, in fact. And again, the crew is triggered, which we love. And I'm defending. They have a lot of land if they are to get another Hydra. We see that there is a worm on top, though. I don't know how that got there, face up, but it's there. Those creatures would self-sacrifice. They've already done so. Worm in hand. It's now in play. Make a treasure. Gain a life. Sure. Passing turn. Okay, okay. Our Vial Smasher in play. It's really the missing piece here. We commit a crime. And then we make a mercenary, triggering the Smasher, which is great. Passing turn. It's really a defending deck. We could try to get damage, but what's the point, right? They can have shenanigans. I don't want to risk the draw engine by any means. You're a dino. I think this gives +2 as well. Oh, no, untaps. Not trample, that's fine. Surge on our Gleeful. That is a draw and double crew trigger. Had to go, though. It's a good removal. Belucadelphia. These cards were made for blocking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these mercenaries are gonna block all over you. Right? Rare card, rare card, rare card. Got a lot of those over there, don't you? Maya. She's like, no, I'm not running on my wheel for you, peasant. I think we've upset them. Honestly, this deck is stacked with rares and mythics. Oh my god, every card. Getting some damage in here, though. Gain some more life. Remember that time we were... Where are you going? Maya, they're running away faster than you. Hey, they're out of here. I love the deck. Having a ton of fun with it. It's just great. So if you don't have the mythics, you don't have the rares, and you want to experience the new set, this is it. All right, keeping 7 on the draw. Don't care for that, but it is what it is. Linkbreaker on 1. Servant of the Stinger on 2. I like that art quite a bit. Do we care about that? I'm going to go ahead and say no. They can ramp with the treasure, that's fine. If we don't need cut down, we'll crew and just play slow. But I would love to get this out first. Which means the bluffs is next turn. Unless we top deck, you know, an untapped white source. They should kill the Stinger. Yep. Which is fine. I mean, it draws it out of their hand. So that's not terrible. Right, it's not going to hit our Baron now. Ooh, that's pretty good. Baron in play. Pass turn. They will make a token here on the attack. Do we block this? I'm going to go with a no. It's all yours. To 18. Okay, I like that. Crew in play. Double token is made. Land out, damage through to 17. We don't care much about the token. Breaker's out. Let's pass turn. Ew. Taking the draw. Alright. They also get the map for an additional. That's like a triple draw. That's really good. Draw 3. Whoa. Ran is always nice. Hit for 2. Token made. I mean, at this point, we could trigger Baron again. Hitting them to 16 with the crew. You get the land out of here. Let's take it. Say goodbye to Vran, everyone. Bye, Vran. We'll see you next week. And honestly, I think that we could go like this, increase our life gain. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I like a little life gain. They're probably blocking it, but I don't care. Still blocking the 3 to mitigate damage output. No, they want the trade. I think that's smart. Stopping 3 either way. Another draw. What's going on, Willis? What you doing over there, huh? Yep. That's fine. Then we will get after it. Gonna sack a mercenary. Triggering the crew, triggering the Lawbringer. We take their Brodelphia. And we can, you know, do that whole song and dance again with a draw here. Still have a long way to go. Oh, you would. That's disgusting. Not impressed. Ouch. It's a fair amount of damage, though. Right, so we have the crew in play. They weren't exiled, they're destroyed. Wait for it. I don't think it was too many creatures, though, right? 4? At knife point does it go. And the Linkbreaker is active. 5 life. We're close. Right? Linkbreaker dies. Makes 2 tokens. Deals 1 damage. Oh, that's life gain, though. That is life gain, though. Big money, no whammies off the top. Well... I think we have to defend, don't we? Oh, hello. How are you today? It's nice to see you're doing well. Okay, that's the life link as well. They can exile it to incubate, don't care. This sucks. Hit for 6? You ain't getting hit for anything, homie. You blocking. You'll actually be dealing damage, my friend. Yep. 1 damage. 1 token. Oh, that damage is non-targeted. It's not a crime. This is, though. Lands saving the day. Another Toucan Sam available for action. And we get rid of the life gain. We take them to 2. If we were any closer, right, we could attack, and they have to block typically. Here they don't. I think we still attack, though, don't we? Pretty sure we do, even though it dies. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't mind the life gain either, up to 29. It's a bit of a cushion against their ridiculous damage output. Their output. They need the life gain is what they need right now. They can't attack with the Preacher anymore, which means no life gain tokens. Can't use it. It's got to go. You're at 1. You just can't do it, bud. Discover Adelphia? Okay, okay. Vran can gain life. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Don't you dare. Incubate. Really tapping out here for us. Hit for 6. Oh, what? Yeah, okay. And then also they cannot block, so it's a good game. I'll take the draw, why not? Right? They can't take the damage. They can't block. Peace, homie. That's a great game. Nothing like beating down a deck filled with rares and mythics. Oh my gosh. Going first some key cards with nice land. Playing super slow. But, you know, sometimes that's the way she goes. All right. 1 damage, please. Oh, hello. 2 damage, please. I'm gonna give them the opportunity to take cut down. Well, no, maybe I won't. They can see our hand, though. It's a lot of Lawbringers. Maybe too many. Do we trim a Lawbringer? It's so good, why wouldn't you run 4? The crew. I like it. Me too, homie, me too. No attack. I don't want them to double block. 3 cards in their hand. I like that we found a mirror match. That's really cool. Totally. What are the chances? Oh my gosh. So we're going to push this here. Then we're going to Lawbring. Sack our tapped creature to take out the Graywater. It's just too good. You have to take it. Double block is still threatening us, but that really cleans up nothing. Defend. I would like to attack, but the Grenader's like our best card. The Miner's really cool. It didn't actually make the cut, though, because I like making the tokens. And I didn't want to run both, you know, the Linebreaker and the Miner. I don't think it's bad, but it's actually really good. Just maybe not specifically for the deck I'm using. That's a cool addition to the build. I do not have that card. 4 damage, no blocks. The Miner can't block, so now our attack lane's open. Land out. I will commit a crime. Post-attack. And we're going to kill this. So hit for 6. Breaker out. Damage Adelphia. Damage Adelphia. And again, because the token's a mercenary, damage Adelphia. We're going to kill the call. The crew would have been a good choice as well, I think, actually. Glare on a key card, but we do have the crew for a little additional damage. We're going to take care of that, make sure they're not gaining any more life, and close out the game as well. Nice! Well, oakley dokley, HGG, I'm sold. Where's the upgrade guide, homie? Let's get right into it. Wait a minute, slow down. First and foremost, you're welcome. Secondly, I know you're all just a smart bunch. You're on top of the game. How could we improve the deck with other commons and uncommons? I'd love your opinions. Drop them down below. And now, of course, the upgrade guide. Get Lost. We absolutely love it. Really good removal for 2. Complementing Cutdown, right? Cutdown can take anything itty bitty. Get Lost can take anything mighty. The Plunderer, making treasures. These are tokens that are being generated every turn, which is great. We do love this. Chemball, again, when we make a token, we get to make another token, which is great. And of course, when tokens enter, they're going to deal damage and make other tokens. Again, you know, that's going to be fantastic. Very nice for the deck. Jasper working here as well. You know, 4/3. It's an outlaw, right? Chemball not much like Graywater not, but still the synergy's high enough that it works. Plunderer is again an outlaw, so keep in mind that works great with the deck synergy. This is going to give us card advantage, which is great. Creatures you control but don't own will be mercenaries. We don't need to worry about that. We're not focused on it so much, but its ability may force us to, and at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top X cards of target opponent's library, which is a crime. Keep in mind. And then until the end of turn, you may cast spells from among those cards and spend mana as though it were any color, which is great. Giza the Hellraiser, commit a crime, make 2 zombie rogues. Those rogues are outlaws, of course, and zombies and skeletons have menace, which is just crazy good, and it's going to have Ward 2 and pay 2 life as a 4/4. So, you know, just an absolute phenomenal card that would work really good in the deck. And then more removal, Virtue of Persistence, -3/-3, gain 2 life, and then bringing back creatures from the grave, I'm sure you realize, which is good for the deck as well. So, you know, that's some cards that you could add into the build. If, you know, if you're going to put in Get Lost, take out, you know, some removal, right? Maybe you're dropping Rite of Oblivion. If you're, you know, putting in Virtues, you know, maybe you're taking out Push and Pulls, right? Because you see how they serve a similar function. It's just these are maybe a little bit better, right? Chemball, Jasper, Glissa. If you have one of them, throw them in. You probably don't need to have multiples. If you have 2, maybe, yes, sure. A balancing act, right? You could definitely split the difference, right? You could drop a Baron. You could put in, you know, a Chemball, right? And play both of them. It really depends on what you have. And I just wanted to generate some ideas for you to build off of as an individual, because all of these free-to-play decks can be upgraded, but you as an individual have different cards than the other individual who's watching, so it's very hard to supply an upgrade guide that works across the board without having people purchase the rares and the mythics to upgrade the deck when they maybe should not. Now, I know that's a weird thing for a content creator to say, but it's the truth. If you have the cards, add them to the deck. Just sparingly. You don't have to have them all. Put them in as you get them. Increase the power of the deck a little bit, right? It's still your free-to-play deck that you're working on upgrading, which is fine, right? So there's no specific answer like, oh, you drop 3 of these, you add 2 of these, and now the deck's fully upgraded. Don't worry about it. It's not like that. You're going to have plenty of opportunities to spend your wildcards in the future. There's no need to rush into it, right? So allowing you to keep the game fresh, so you're not just, oh, I play mono red, that's all I play, the game's boring, I don't play it anymore, right? Giving you new decks that you can play, completing your daily quests, remaining competitive, right? And then allowing you to farm maybe a little bit more effectively, right? Which is great. So keeping the game funky and fresh is a big one. Winning those games is great to complete those quests to help you farm more competitive decks, right? That are going to, you know, help you out in the events, right? The metagame challenges and stuff like this, right? So I hope you enjoyed. I certainly did. Like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, join the community Discord. But most importantly, have an absolute magical day, and I can't wait to see you soon in the next